Guess what? We just found out that my friend's mom doesn't have cancer anymore. Isn't that so exciting? I'm so happy for her. I knew you'd be excited too. But how did I know? Chapter 7 of DeVito says that emotional contagion is when emotions are passed from one person to another. And so I was excited, so you were excited. It wasn't about anything that you did, but it's because I had this excitement, I had this good news, so then you became excited as well. And so other instances or some other examples of emotional contagion from DeVito is if someone is going through a breakup, you're going to feel bad for them too. Like if your friend goes through a breakup, if your friend goes through a really hard time, you're going to feel bad for them too. And so it's not because of what you're going through, but because of what they're going through. Or if someone's having a wedding or a birthday party or some exciting event, they're going to be really excited. So you're going to be super happy and excited too because of the emotions and just how they feed off of each other. And one of our sources called The Social Neuroscience of Empathy by Jean Decity and William Ikes says that empathy and emotional contagion go hand in hand. And so empathy is whenever you feel the emotions that someone else is feeling. Most times it is like hard, like really sad feelings. You feel bad for someone when they're going through something, but empathy is just feeling anything. And so emotional contagion is picking up on other people's emotions. And so this source says that empathy and emotional contagion go hand in hand. And so, but why did they go hand in hand? There's some science behind it, and it all starts in our brain. And so there are emotional neurons in our brain that are fired off when we observe someone's emotion. And so they turn on whenever we see someone who is feeling these big emotions, feeling these big either sad or happy or other emotions. And then we have other neurons that connect to those and then allow us to feel the same emotions of someone else. And so that's just one way we communicate is by feeling the emotions of someone else. And so that helps us to connect deeper with other people, because instead of just saying, oh, I get it, I understand if you're sad, we can actually say like, I understand, I feel what you're feeling. And so that helps us to really connect on a deeper level with other people. Another source called What is Emotional Contagion by Jeffrey Gaines from positivepsychology.com talks about the long-term effects of emotional contagion. So it talks about there's a study done with college students, and it said about the effect of social media. And so there was college students, they cut off some that would only be on social media for 30 minutes a day, and then some that would use social media like normal, more than 30 minutes. And so they found that the students who used social media for 30 minutes or less had less depression, like depressive thoughts, and anxiety. And those that used it more experienced more of those thoughts throughout the week. And so because social media is such like a comparison, it makes you feel bad about yourself, whether you feel it in the moment, it continues with you on throughout the week. And another study done shows the statistic of negative workplaces and how whenever you experience emotional contagion negatively in the workplace, you are more likely to have more accidents in the workplace and be cognitively in a worse spot than if you had a positive emotional contagion where you would feel better and you would just have a better work environment. And so we can see this happen, emotional contagion happen in The Sandlot. And so The Sandlot is a movie about a boy named Scotty Smalls who moves to town and he needs a group of friends. And so Benny the Jet he's a lovely baseball player, and so he invites Scotty to join their team for the summer, and they have just this amazing summer. But there's a dog named the Beast, and every time the baseball goes over the fence, they just have to leave it. But we see in this scene that Benny needs his baseball back, and so he gets it, and the boys experience emotional contagion. So let's watch and see.
Oh, shit!
normally the boys would be really afraid of the beast and not have anything to do with it. But because Benny was brave enough to go get his ball that he needed back, the boys saw that they could do the same thing. And so they picked up on his emotions and continued with that. And we can see this in everyday life. And so when we're trying to communicate with others and we want to connect with them, we want to better show that we care, we can just let our minds do what it's designed to do and pick up on those emotions, because that's how we were designed to be.